Cheers. Cheers. Hi, we are the Clarks. This is Miranda Clark, my darling, beautiful wife. 2 days away from Valentine's Day. She doesn't know what's about to hit her. And I am Oliver Clark, the paterfamilia. Except I don't have any children, so I can't really be that, I guess. Odysseus was a great one of those, though. Anyhow, moving on. Today we will talk about what we did in the studio this week. What did you do?
I made lots of small sculptures. So
We're talking 4, 5,
like 3.5, so like
3.5.
one's almost done. Or I guess I made one.
3.5. Half. There we go.
They're just an effort to make smaller, more accessible work that takes less than the entirety of the back of a truck, van, or
It can also
suburban.
ship, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because ours currently are not shippable unless you were to freight them. It's above the 130 inches. So, am I talking over you? Too excited.
So these actually fit in a box and they are ready to be shipped, and there is one currently for sale on the site, but it's a limited edition, so there's 10 of this one design available, and I can make one and ship them out. So that's really exciting and kind of what Oliver and I have been building and working towards for the last 2 years, is having this product that we can make while we're working on our large sculptures, because this is something that I'm trying to get going before I start working on 3 gigantic sculptures for a 22-foot wall, and that will consume me and I can't do anything else. So it's this like balance of dream projects and stable income. I don't know.
Yep, it sums it up pretty well.
And this is also like my finale before I start school in the fall. So I just think I'm like burning through ideas, going over old readings, like really trying to hone in on what I've been trying to say, and then like in a very succinct, small, colorful way. You know how like in Christmas, well maybe, I don't know, the nativity scenes, the really simple modern ones crack me up and I love them so much. So I feel like, or the Bauhaus Christmas, which is just like plain blocks of wood, is my favorite one. The meme circulates every year, it's really good. And I feel like these sculptures are like Easter eggs, like
colorful,
yeah, like modern Easter eggs. They're really funny. Considering like, I don't know, 5 years ago I was literally working in grayscale, so it comes around.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot more exciting than grayscale. So.
Anyway, so yeah, I worked on those. Oliver made me a tool cart.
Yep, made a A-frame shelf, which hopefully we can get some little footage of that in the video. And I finished the shelf on the side of this table, which is, if you were to look at it that way.
We have lots of hardware organizers to like reorganize.
Yeah.
So we have like a lot right here, and then some over there, and some in my studio. Yeah.
And I finished the moccasin vise and put leather on it. So that was something I got to get whenever we were in KC. I got to go to Harry Epstein's.
Oh.
And I needed to buy $4 worth of leather, and I walked out of there with $50 worth of leather because I really like leather. And they had really nifty colored stuff, so I got some green and red leather that I have no idea what I'm going to do with, but I'll figure it out.
Probably a tool roll.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun to make. So.
Oliver won an award in college for a laser cut tool roll on Instructables.
Yeah, they gave me a t-shirt, which is fun because every now and then on YouTube you'll see someone like wearing the shirt and it's like, did they win something or did they just buy the shirt? Because most of the people are doing like workshop tutorials, so they definitely could have, won one of those competitions. Instructables was doing a lot of them for a while.
That was in your SketchUp class?
No, it wasn't SketchUp.
Or
It was
3D fabrication.
Yeah, 3D fabrication. Joe Cam taught it. Great class. So, yeah. just kind of a survey over a bunch of different programs.
Yeah, and if you saw in our newsletter a few weeks ago, I did share Oliver's original drawing, or maybe it's just on our blog, whichever one. The original drawing for the workbench, which is just still a really cool. I struggle drawing in vector programs, and Oliver just like whipped out the workbench drawing.
Well, I took a class on how to use SketchUp, so
yeah,
it makes it really easy. That was taught
right,
by Zach
self-taught,
Springer.
and well, yeah.
So, yeah, self-taught is brutal. So, anyhow,
Cart table.
I bought material to make a new steam box. I wanted to see if I could rebuild my old one, but I started looking at it and decided that was a poor decision to pour time into it. So I cut it all up with a circular saw and went and bought new material to make hopefully a really nice one. And once I finish that, I think I can...
It's all on the opposite wall. This is like art wood, and then like modular lumber is over there.
And so hopefully once I finish that, I'll be able to start sculpting again, which will be nice because it's been a pretty long time. Because been focused on first the planer, and then getting the table saw wired up.
No, the joiner was first.
Oh, yeah, joiner, planer,
then table saw.
table saw, built this table. I'm working on a drill press that our dad gave us. The chuck wobbles, and so I was able to knock it free, and then I'm going to put it back in, and hopefully that'll fix the wobble. That's what half the people on YouTube say to do. And if that doesn't work, then I'll buy a new chuck. So, anyhow,
Yeah, so keep an eye out on, I guess, our Instagram. I'll probably release a few of the small sculptures this week. I'm feeling really good about them.
they look real. We're big Adventure Time nerds, so.
Yes, so there's that, and what's next week? What are we doing? Well, you're working on the steam box. I'm still working on small sculptures. I might be hanging up some work around Columbia. I meant to send an email about that this week. So if you're watching this, that email's coming.
What's that about?
For the Psycho-X place.
Oh, I know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, you've told me
Feeling really good about all the work that we hung up in Kansas City. I know we briefly talked about that last week, or no, we didn't, because we didn't do a studio update. That's why this feels weird. So we hung 4 pieces. Really good friends. It was great to see everyone, while we're living in this COVID pandemic.
Got to see a fat cat.
Oh
Was
my
that
gosh,
highlight?
Charlie. Sorry, I love going into people's homes, hanging art, and just like seeing other art they have, which is amazing, and their pets. Like,
You had an Eames chair, so that was fun.
it was a knockoff Eames chair, but he said it was like
Eames chair.
quality, not Eames chair,
Yeah.
which still like.
I wouldn't
bent
have known
plywood.
any difference. So it looked good to me.
Steven's dog,
Oh.
and there's a good chair picture.
Got to get some barbecue. That was nice.
Got to eat a lot of barbecue. Then we went to Epsteins, which is where Oliver got the leather. So this is like really eclectic hardware store in downtown Kansas City. It's like 8th and Baltimore.
Place has been around forever. Apparently they used to do business with Vice Group back when it was like a small family, and they got like old sale sheets to prove it and such that they like hang up as their decoration. It's fun.
We used to go there on dates when we lived in Kansas City, just to like walk around and look at stuff. But you have to be careful because Oliver, when we'll go on our date trip there, he'll buy me like a knickknack, and I really wanted this like expanding and contracting lattice knickknack.
It was so that you could line up rivets, kind of like these holes. Actually, I should have used it on this project. It would have been really useful. Instead of having to measure all those out by my hand, that's what it's for.
But the point about the lattice is they used to write all of their prices backwards, and sometimes they were in really strange places, like not visible.
So 1995 would be written 5991, and why did they do that? Because they wanted to be special.
But we got to the register and this lattice was like $40, and Oliver still bought it for me.
And you've never used it.
It's still in the little bag.
But you really wanted it.
I really wanted it.
Anyhow.
So we love Epsteins. You should all go. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Harry Epstein's. So it is. But with COVID, they like blocked off the 2 upstairs floors, which sucks.
And it's like organized now. Normally it was just like boxes of stuff.
Yeah, but I guess they've had time to like go through stuff because of the pandemic. So
there is this closet that you walk in and it's just all of the drill bits they have. And of course, like I've been there before. I went into the closet. We were there to buy 1/8" drill bits. You can get like packs of 20 of them. And like one of the employees walked in there and was like, "Can I help?" Like, no, people were no longer allowed to walk in this closet. I don't know.
yeah, well, yeah, that's just COVID stuff.
So anyway, yeah.
So that's most of our week. Got anything else before we sign off, Punt? No.
All right.
Clark Studios signing out.
See you next week.